Afternoon, everyone. Dr. Dan here. The topic today is pregnancy in chiropractic, which is not super uncommon. People know about getting adjusted while pregnant. A lot of times it's because we know that with pregnancy, there's a lot of instability in the pelvis and it's kind of tiring and painful to walk around as the belly grows larger. But the truth is there is so much to chiropractic during pregnancy that goes so far beyond just physical pain and the lack thereof. And it's one of the most exciting groups of people that I get to adjust. It's really a true pleasure and honor to serve women who are growing lives inside of them. And what I want to express is how this period of time is more important than almost any other time to get adjusted. The impact is so big, so much so that I would never allow anyone in my family to go through this process without being well adjusted. I got to adjust my wife all the way through her pregnancy, my sister-in-laws as well, and it'll be the same forever forward. And all of our patients who've been adjusted during pregnancy experience the same thing, that it's not just getting out of pain that makes it so powerful. Though, of course, being pregnant, not from my own experience, but from what I'm told, can be very tiring and very achy and painful and uncomfortable. So yes, getting adjusted helps physically to help women feel better during this process, but there's so much more to it. As I've said on so many videos, if you've been following along at all, chiropractic is not about pain, it's about the brain. It's about stimulating the brain in a way that gets it out of stress into healing so the body can work the way it's meant to, that we can heal naturally, function properly, and live well. So what does that have to do with special circumstances in a pregnant woman's life? Well, first of all, what's going on in a pregnant body and brain during that process in terms of stress, anxiety, overwhelm, fear, doubt, worry, getting ill, actually getting injured, anything that can happen to a woman during pregnancy can actually affect the baby as well. And of course it makes sense if you think about it. When we produce stress hormones, those stress hormones start coursing through our body. They affect our organs, they affect our mood, they affect our sleep, right? And in the case of pregnancy, that blood coursing through the body also gets pumped through the umbilical cord. So a baby is then exposed to, during gestation, is exposed to the stress hormones and stress chemicals of the mother. So how valuable would it be if mom were getting adjusted, mom were less stressed, mom's body were more balanced and in harmony, the hormones were regulating properly, the mood was more under control, she had full control over her thoughts and emotions and behaviors, so she was acting in a way that felt most in integrity and most at ease and most in support of her own process. And so, baby started getting bathed in all these chemicals and these hormones saying, everything's okay, everything is safe, the world is ready for me, mom's ready for me, dad is ready for me, my family's ready for me. All right, so there's actually a transfer of emotion through the effect of the chemicals that happen in our body when we're either stressed or not. So when mom's getting adjusted, and pregnant women don't have any less of an impact or any less of an experience of having their mood and anxiety and stresses changed from chiropractic as anyone else does. And a lot of the folks in our office walk in this door for help with anxiety, stress, chronic illnesses, things of that sort, sleep issues, right? So if we want the baby to have the best possible environment in which to grow, we want an environment in which mom is at her best, at ease, relaxed, at peace, feeling connected to herself, feeling connected to the baby, feeling connected to her family, to her partner. And that's another thing we hear when getting adjusted. Again, what I hear all the time, what people actually come in for is help with their relationships, help with their hobbies, help with their activities to where they feel connected and strong and balanced. And so we hear all the time, again, sleeping better, feeling better, thinking better, functioning better, relationships get better. I'm able to do things for myself that I wasn't able to do before. Again, when you add pregnancy into the equation, all of a sudden, all those things take on a new meaning because now it's for the baby too. And so getting adjusted, obviously, it should be a no-brainer. Everyone knows that getting adjusted can take care of pain. That's what most people think about with chiropractic. Taking care of pain is by far the easiest thing we can do. And then beyond that, we're talking about balancing the body in a way where all of the hormonal functions, all of the organ functions, all of the brain functions are working together to create the healthiest possible environment. Now, for us as individuals who are not growing babies inside of us, that alone has such a huge impact on how we feel and function today, but also how healthy we're going to be in the future, how well we're going to recover from injury and illness in the future, how well we're going to adapt to stressful circumstances down the road, and how easily we're going to be able to relate to the people in our lives. So again, for a pregnant mom, if she's in a position, well adjusted, where she's able to adapt to stress more easily, she's able to recover more quickly, and she's feeling more flexible, connected, strong, and integrity in her body, how's that going to translate to the birth process? And I can tell you, we know from research that women who are getting adjusted during pregnancy actually have, on average, shorter labor times and less intervention, because we have a body that's actually in greater connection and balance and function with its potential, that it's working the way it's supposed to, which is healthy and well. Now, chiropractors often are known to help balance the pelvis and create more space for the baby during pregnancy. And that's true. It's very true that the baby is actually able to have more space, more room, and more symmetry in the pelvis to move around and position itself properly. So chiropractors are never turning babies, but babies often turn in response to a more balanced pelvis. Well, how does the pelvis balance itself? In the same way everything else works with chiropractic, through stimulating the spine, stimulating the bones and joints of the pelvis and the spine to send signals to the brain to tell the brain how to then function more effectively. And so when the brain's functioning effectively, the muscles, joints, and ligaments are able to work better. And all the hormones that are coursing through the body in a pregnant woman's body that tell the ligaments to relax, that tell the muscles what to do and the pelvis what to do and the uterus what to do, so that it has this nice rhythmic and cyclical effect of getting ready for the birth process, which is all mapped out in the genetics of a female body. It's mapped out to say what should happen when in preparation for this baby. When all that stuff is working properly, because the brain's able to communicate effectively, we get a body that's in a better, healthier state to prepare for the birth process. And so what we see from the research is that women who are getting adjusted during their pregnancy actually have easier, shorter labor times on average. Not always, but on average. And anyone who's given birth, or anyone who's watched a birth or been with someone who has had a baby, you know that there's a lot of recovery time afterwards. It's a very challenging process. It's a very taxing process. And even though it's a natural process, mom still wants to be able to recover quickly and be healthy and safe and strong so that she can connect with that baby, protect that baby, get back to living life and feel good, because the sooner mom's feeling good, the sooner her body is able to produce all of the right things for that baby, whether she's breastfeeding or not, especially if we're breastfeeding, that there's a communication that happens between mom and baby on so many levels. And a healthier mom helps grow a healthier baby. And so pregnancy and chiropractic, again, we think about, well, when you're pregnant, the low back starts to hurt, the posture gets thrown off, the hips are sore, and yes, chiropractic can help with that, absolutely, all the time. But it's so much more, because the same process that stimulates the brain, telling the brain how to have the bones and joints and muscles and ligaments of the spine and pelvis in a proper orientation to feel and function right, that same adjustment is telling the brain how to communicate with the hormonal system, with the digestive system, with the stress system, to keep mom out of stress and in a state of healing and proper function and connection, so that not only is baby being bathed in those proper hormones and healthy, happy neurochemicals, so that baby can start to grow and develop during the gestational period, which is what we're talking about. It's a growth period. The baby's growing in a healthy, safe environment, so that when baby is born and there's a child in the world, that child had the safest, healthiest, most nourishing environment possible during that gestational period. And so that mom and baby are healthy and happy and well, so that they can connect most readily and easily. And the birth process is as healthy and safe as possible. Not always perfect. There's going to be challenges. Some people have challenges, some people need intervention. But the truth is, if you can set up the circumstance to have the healthiest, safest birth possible, to have the healthiest, safest environment for the baby to grow as possible, and for mom to be as calm and connected and healthy as possible, would you not want to do that? That's what chiropractic in pregnancy is all about. And so it's so exciting to work with pregnant moms in this office to watch them not only feel better, and of course, as pregnancy drags on, things get more and more loose and sore and out of place, but through that time, we get to continue to help mom's body function better, function properly, so that whether it's illness or chronic stress or circumstances in life, that the adaptability is greater than the stress coming in, so mom stays healthy. That for during the birth process itself, that there is the greatest chance of having a safe, smooth, natural birth because mom's body is working properly and baby is in the proper position because baby has had enough room in the pelvis to move. Of course, not always, but usually, or more often than not, we see that chiropractic can help create the right environment for that circumstance to be as healthy as possible. And so it's not just about pain, it's about the brain. And when it's about the brain, it's about life. It's about how we're functioning, how we're feeling, and how everything's working in our body. That's why chiropractic in pregnancy is so powerful. So next time someone in your family, whether it's you, a spouse, son or daughter, or a cousin, or whoever is in your family that is someone who is or is with someone who is having a baby, let them know what you learned here today, that chiropractic for pregnancy is a powerful asset to help mom and baby feel phenomenal, function phenomenally, and thrive and be as healthy as possible. Because that's what we want. We want more babies being born that are healthy and resilient and robust so they can live happy, healthy lives and contribute to a healthier, happier community and culture in the future. Take care. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.